Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This video here is on a so-called preacher, another one. A so-called preacher, youth minister out of Charleston, South Carolina by the name of Vernon Willis, who was arrested for touching on young girls. He's 26 years of age, a grown man who was in the position of a youth minister out of Charleston, North Charleston, South Carolina. You know, authorities in South Carolina say a former student ministry leader is facing more than a dozen assault charges for inappropriately touching young girls. Touching on young girls, a grown man, 26 years of age, you know. Furthermore to the story, it says Vernon Tyrell Willis, 26 years of age, has been arrested and charged with 13 counts of second-degree assault and battery. 13 counts. 13 counts. You know, it says Willis is accused of touching underage girls without their consent while he was a student ministry leader for the Seacoast Church Dream Center. Police say detectives were able to identify 10 victims ranging from the ages of 13 to 16. A 26-year-old man, a so-called person in a position of leadership, you know, as a youth minister, has interests in young girls ranging from the ages of 13 to 16 years of age. I don't understand why the news article says without their consent. What 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, you know what I'm saying, got the authority of any type of consent to allow a grown man to touch on them? So this article that I'm reading from, they need to correct that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy in general, where you have a 26-year-old person who was trusted in the leadership as a so-called pastor. You understand that? Of course, he probably already had a hidden agenda, as I always mention with these creeps out here, or who's behind the pulpit and things like that. A student minister in training, as that's what he called it, or whatever the case may be. So it says Seacoast Church Executive Director Margaret Little said the team is heartbroken. Really? You're really heartbroken? Why didn't you do a background check? You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. What they call one of them tests is that you gotta run for certain jobs and careers. A psychology test or something like that. And things of that nature. I mean, it's getting out of hand, whereas though a lot of these so-called preachers, a lot of these so-called pastors, a high majority of them are getting arrested, convicted, and sentenced to prison time because some type of sexual assault on underage girls or underage boys in general. You understand that? So it said the team is heartbroken, calling Willis' actions inexcusable and indefensible. Of course. Of course. You understand that? So it's like, she said the church is grateful for the young women who shared their stories, which allowed them to put an end to such behavior. Really? That church executive, Margaret Little, or whatever her name is, or whatever the case may be, y'all should have did a background check on this man before y'all even allowed him to study, to be in that type of leadership and things like that. Y'all didn't see the signs from the get-go and things like that. I hope she's listening too, Margaret Little. You understand that? And a lot of those what you call executives or things like that who put these people or who have gained trust in these people to give them the opportunity to get in a position as a minister, a pastor, and things like that. You understand? But not everybody in that leadership position is God called, God sent. Just because somebody quote a couple of scriptures dress up nice, and hold the Bible to church every week, that don't mean God called them. That don't mean God sent them. You understand that? All right? So furthermore, to the story, it says, according to Little, it says Willis was immediately placed on leave and barred from campus once an initial report came in, with him being terminated in less than 48 hours after they found he clearly violated the church's code of conduct. It took you 48 hours to terminate him. The moment you heard it, the moment you saw that the information was valid and truthful, fired. It took you 48 hours to make a decision? That's crazy. It said the church said it notified all parents of students regarding the situation and offered resources along with working with law enforcement. Church leadership reports they will continue to ensure all students can worship freely in safe and protected spaces while supporting the victims and their families. Really? Maybe you should, to the executive or to the executives at that church and churches in general that are like that, do thorough background checks on these people and things of that nature. Because I'm pretty sure those 13 counts, he done more situations. There's a good chance he done more in the past that he didn't get caught for, but now he got caught. Now you want to speak out. You understand that? So it says the North Charleston police said Willis turned himself in on Friday and is being held at the Al Kennedy Detention Center. So Mr. Willis turned himself in. What does that tell you? Now he's in jail. You know what I'm saying? Awaiting a court hearing. And you know, people in jail or prison, they don't like pedophiles like that. If there's solid proof that this man has done it, which I think it is, because I haven't read not one story, not one, where I put out these so-called preachers and things like that, when they got arrested, charged, and convicted, it's not one of them that got off that I have read about. You understand that? So y'all could search this topic out. Mr. Vernon Willis out of North Charleston, South Carolina. The story just came out not too long ago today. So I thank y'all all for tuning in. Be aware of these so-called false prophets. Be aware, because there's a lot more that's still out there in the pulpit that's still doing what this man is doing, or has done rather, but not being caught for it. But will probably get caught for it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the comment section said, today, what's in the dark shall come to the light. I'm Tony Harvin for the Tony Harvin Network. I thank you all for tuning in. God bless. Hit that like, hit that share button. Share these videos. You know what I'm saying? Very informative videos to expose these false prophets out here. You understand? If you know a false prophet that has been arrested, convicted, sentenced to prison, or a false prophet that's doing things behind the scenes and you got firm evidence, feel free to hit me up. Tony Harvin at yahoo.com. TonyHarvin at yahoo.com. I'm signing off. Peace.